Coach K, the head coach of men's soccer, and we've got a bunch of guys. We'll start at Luke, and they'll introduce themselves.
Yeah, I'm Luke. I'm number 33.
Jacob, number 26. I'm a sophomore. I'm Shoma. I'm number 2.
I'm Nick, number 1.
I'm Joey, number 6.
I'm Harrison, 29.
Yeah, I think from a coaching staff perspective, you know, you always want to try to obviously win the conference, the regular season, and the bigger thing than even winning the regular season championship is that home field advantage, which, you know, we work so hard to earn, and I think it is a big deal, you know, to go in as a 1 or 2. It enables you to bye, and then it enables you the home field, sleep in your own bed, same routine, which I think is huge when it comes to that Final Four event. You know, there's little things too, like playing the first game in the semifinal. You know, if you're successful in that, you've gotten that little bit more recovery, a little bit more rest going into the final. So there's a lot of things that go along with being the regular season champions that make it so important, I think, from a preparation standpoint, especially, like I said, for the coaches. And I'll let, you know, the guys talk about it. Maybe some of these juniors here, if they want to speak to, you know, what it means, I guess, to them being in the program for 2 years.
Being your freshman year, I mean, we've been part of a winning program every year so far, but this year was definitely unique to all. I mean, we've done good out of the conference, but it's our first season actually doing good in conference, and being able to set that expectation for the following years and getting that first round seed and getting that bye really puts a justice to all the work we've put in over the years and what we've come to be.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we've always had a winning culture here since I've been a freshman, but to actually bring home the first regular season championship in school history is pretty special. But the ultimate goal is to win the conference championship and make a little run in the NCAA tournament.
Well, last year in the spring we talked about high expectations coming in this year because different conference, and we definitely had some key pieces coming in. We have some very good freshmen who came in and all contributing to the team right now. So, well, this is just the first check off, you know, and we just keep going up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good place to start, definitely.
Yeah.
It just sets the bar, like Joey said, and we just got to keep working our way up. You know, it's the first stop for us, and we're just going to keep going. But it definitely gives us confidence and momentum going forward into the playoffs, and home field advantage obviously is important.
Yeah.
We played on this field the entire season, so we know how it goes. We know how it plays, so, you know, hopefully that'll help us out.
Well, for the first year doing this well, we'll definitely set high expectations in the future, for sure. So I think that will help us to push to reach that goal every year. So it will definitely help in our progression over the years.
I think we got a great team, and I'm excited to see what's to come.
Well, I think for one, it's, you know, Final Four weekend is huge. It's what every college athlete works towards. Everybody wants to win a conference championship, and, you know, remember, you got to be in the Final Four to host it. Obviously, we've talked about the advantage of hosting, but we also realize that, you know, I'm proud of the team's accomplishments thus far. They've worked hard. We've done a lot of good things in terms of, you know, fighting through some adversity, some injuries, and other things, and you know, a lot of close games. I mean, we know the teams come in this weekend. Lancaster Bible, we had a tight game with them at their place, and the other 2 left. You know, Abington, we beat here 1-0, and Kickin, we beat here 1-0 in overtime. So these are teams that are competitive teams that we know at every game. I mean, a lot of the games in the NEAC, I thought it was, you know, from what I've been told from other coaches, one of the more highly contested years in the NEAC. And you could see that. I mean, if you look at winning percentage, teams 2 through 5 all finished the same. And Kickin really came on strong, I thought, late in the year. Really, before they played us through playing us and beyond, they've been very strong. So we know there's going to be 4 strong teams. It's going to be, I think, 3 great matches. Yeah. And, you know, we're excited to be a part of it, but our goals are definitely higher. You know, definitely now we've kind of gotten past that initial part. I kind of thought we came in a bit with the target on our backs because, you know, we're the new kids on the block. Teams already had relationships. They'd already had previous matches. So many times they knew each other's tendencies, styles, certain players, where for us, every game preparation was new. we didn't have anybody's tendency style. So for us, it was, I think, a little bit more difficult in preparation than some of the coaches that have played each other for the last 10 years straight. But I think we had a little bit of a target on our back. We had a lot less prior knowledge, but the guys I thought fought through, did a great job in conference play, and now we've got to just kind of continue that going forward. Is really be attentive to details, understand it's playoff football. It's one mistake could be the difference in your season moving on. So I think a lot of focus, a lot of energy, and I think the week so far we've had a lot of energy in training. I think the focus has been pretty good. I think the guys are still very hungry to continue playing another 2, 3, 4 weeks.
I mean, back to touch on like having a tournament here at our place. It's definitely like touch back on what Coach K said, like being able to sleep in our own bed. Like we all have our own, more or less like pregame rituals that we do. I mean, what we do when we wake up, first thing we do, even when we get on the field. Like, I mean, for me, every time we get to the huddle, start the match, we always do our same thing. We pray, we get onto the game. But like one thing I always say before we break is say, this is our field, our home, this is our conference. And so being able to have, we're at home, I get to say that every time and know like we defend, like this is our place. No one comes here and we don't just let them walk over us. So being able to like host and have it on our field, our turf, our advantage, it brings more confidence to us opposed to having to go to some other place or other team's place and having to like deal with their atmosphere. We're used to it. Like we know how to handle it.
Back on the home field advantage thing, it's critical to get a good crowd out for this game. If you guys could come out and support us, that'd be amazing. Saturday and hopefully Sunday afternoon after we win Saturday.
Usually the big games always come down to small details, the details, and coach always emphasizes on that. So just gotta stay focused and like Nick said, come support the boys.
So I mean, all conference awards and stuff are cool, but like if we don't win this championship this weekend, like it really means nothing to me personally. So I just hope everyone has the same mindset and comes ready to play, because it'd be awesome to have these awards and the conference championship and look back on it. But looking back on it, losing and getting the awards, it'd be a pretty sad thought.
I literally just an hour ago made a post on Instagram about all conference accolades, and I mean it's a great thing, and like props to everybody here and everyone that has them, and like I mean for myself obviously I was ecstatic that I got one, but like all in all it's never is like an individual. Coach K stresses that the most, but it's like thank you to like the whole team for I wouldn't have been in any of the situations I was in, without the whole team behind me. I mean, Nick wouldn't be number 2 in the nation in shutouts if he didn't have, the stellar back line that he does. It's like, it is a whole team thing, but I also have to agree with Nick, it makes it that much sweeter to say, like, we were, rated this high and, we followed through and got that, opposed to, we were rated this high and we fell just short of reaching like our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be important. So we all got to come out ready and play for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of teams have been a lot more offensive minded. The teams that we played in conference, and our defense has been able to step up. We had so many shutouts.
Yeah.
A ton of shutouts, and that speaks volumes to our defense and our goalie, for not letting any of those offensive players become offensive players. Anytime you watch any of our games, you're like, where do they even have any offense? You know what I mean? Because we were just because our defense was so strong. And to get a lot of, awards for our goalie, for our back line, obviously speaks volumes to that as well.
Yeah, shout out to the back line for 5 total in-conference goals all season and 8 combined shutouts for the season, 11 on the year so far. So
No, I think it's good. I mean, look, individual awards are great. I'm happy that the guys were honored. I think it was absolutely well deserved. It was nice to see that we had so many guys selected. My time here, that's definitely first. I think it might be the most that they've ever had in the program's history.
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's a great honor to get a Player of the Year. It's a great honor to get 7 all-conference players. But again, I think the guys touched on it. To me, it's about, that's a credit to everybody. When our goalkeeper gets an all-conference nod, I think that's also a credit to how the 10 guys in front of him defend. When a guy scores a bunch of goals and he's one of the top of that conference, I think that's a credit to the players behind him that have helped set those goals up. And so it all's exciting. I'm happy for our guys. I'm very pleased that they were honored and recognized for the work that they've put in and the efforts and the quality they've brought on the pitch. So I'm happy for them. But at the end of the day, I've always said I would trade any individual award ever to get the big one, which is, in this case, a conference title and an NCAA title. I would definitely be willing to give up any all-conference, all-region, all-American honors for a national championship, another conference championship. So, hopefully this will help. But it also is going to, kind of put the other teams on alert, like, hey, here's some key players that everybody in the conference thought were good players. So, I think it comes down to this, man. At the end of the day, these awards are great, but I've said this before, the big players show up in the big games. And for me, these awards were a great tribute and credit to our team. But our team as a whole, I don't even know right now. I think we've got 17, 18 guys that have contributed a goal. So I look at, we know that every player that we put on the pitch, we feel confident can live in the moment. So whoever's moment it's going to be Saturday can live in that moment to hit a game-winning goal. Whoever's moment, if we're, fortunate enough to be successful Saturday, who could live in that moment on Sunday. But we're not looking past too much now. I think Lancaster Bible's an excellent side. I think they're very well coached. I think they've got a good style. I think they've got very good players. So we know that we're going to have to focus, dial in, and give everything to be successful Saturday. Well, with Lancaster Bible, I'll touch on them first. That you look at, they also had a bunch of all-conference. Rama is a very dangerous attacking player who, everybody recognizes him in the conference. He's dangerous. He makes good runs off the ball. He's dynamic. He's quick. He's fast. They've got a high striker who's another all-conference guy who's fast and works hard and, experienced player. The Yoder kid on the left is very dangerous, very tricky, quick, skillful, fast. I think he leads the conference in assists.
Yeah.
So they've got a bunch. Their defense has only gotten better, I think, since we've seen them last. The back four and holding player, both they're all doing well. They've got a great possession connector with their number 6. They've got a lot of good players, man. That team, everybody in their starting lineup is a good player, and they've got a lot of good players on the bench. Tommy's an excellent coach, so I think they play a real nice style, real nice brand, and they're very good going forward. They're coming off a pretty convincing win where I thought they controlled and dictate play against Cobleskill in the quarterfinal. I thought they're the better side. I thought they scored one real nice goal, another nice goal, and probably could have scored 2 or 3 more goals. So this is a dangerous team. Down the stretch, they've been scoring a boat ton of goals. So we're going to need our best defensive effort to kind of keep them at bay.
The mindset is definitely going to be a big thing. And one thing I always say is that the legs feed the wolf, meaning that we can't be outworked, and don't matter who we play, whether it be Lancaster or whoever, as long as we don't get outworked and we just play our style, play our game, I definitely think we'll be fine. We'll definitely be fine. We just can't be outworked.
All the teams that are in this Final Four are good teams. I don't know about everybody else, but I definitely think those are the 3 best teams we played all year. 2 of them we won 1-0, and then we won 2-0. They're definitely the best teams we played this year, but same thing I said last time I was on this was, you respect every team, but you fear none. They're all good opponents, but this team itself is a great team. We've obviously made a statement first year coming in, letting in only 5 conference goals and 2 of which in the last game, which was more or less an irrelevant game. So if you get rid of those, we let in 3 goals and scored 23, 24. they're good teams, but we play our game. There isn't a team that's going to compete. We just got to come out and play our game like we know how. And you'll see us on Saturday or on Sunday.
Well, I think, we appreciate all the support from the chancellor, all the way down, and obviously with our athletic administration and the rest of the coaching staff and, support staff as well as yourself and Seth. I always said it does take a village. It takes a lot of people between our game day and all that you guys do, especially behind the scenes, to make a lot of these things happen. And I think I can speak on behalf of the team to say how much we appreciate it. I think our crowd in attendance this year has been very good, and it's been lively, and I'm hoping that this game, these two matches this weekend, we can have the biggest crowd, the liveliest crowd, hopefully come out and enjoy themselves and enjoy what playoff football and conference championship atmosphere is like. So, hopefully encourage everybody to come out and enjoy it, and we appreciate all the support thus far and continued.
I also just wanted to add one other thing to shout out. I wanted to thank the guys that do our field, in the sense of the field has never looked as good as it's looked and throughout the whole season. Hopefully we don't mess it up too bad this weekend, but
Brian and his crew are just amazing.
absolutely outstanding. It's looked better than it's ever been.
Shout out to the fam.
That's all 100 Myers. I appreciate all the support, and I just want to say, I love you to my children, Justice, Aaliyah, Amelia Rose, Jemiah, and the 9th, which is our conference semifinal, is actually Justice's 14th birthday. So hopefully we're going to win conference semifinal on your birthday, Justice, and hopefully bring home a championship. And hopefully you guys will watch and enjoy the games.
That's awesome. Well, let's plan. We'll do it again next week.